So one of my favorite people on the internet, Hasbulla. What was he
Oh
like?
God,
Is he just as electric as he looks when you see him on the internet?
bro. Yeah, Hasbulla lives up to all the hype. Um, like when he walked in, because like Mark Wahlberg was there, and I was like, Mark Wahlberg is as A list can get,
Yeah.
and like so Mark Wahlberg is there, the Nelk Boys are there, all these famous people are in there, and Hasbulla walks in, the whole place goes dead silent, and like it's legit, just all of us are just like waiting. And of course, the first like sound he makes is like a huh. And we're all just dying. We're like, oh, let's go. Like this guy's the best. And yeah, I mean, dude, he just like it was an aura of like fame that like I nobody in that room had experienced. Like Wahlberg even said it to his people. Like he's like, man, I've never like been around somebody I think like so transcendent. And this is like a whole different level.
Coming from Mark Wahlberg, that's insane.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, and it's hilarious. Like if you do ever meet him, if you ever meet Hasbulla and you want your in, just ask him about his cat because he loves his cat. And all the other stuff, you can tell he gets kind of like, he doesn't just want to like slap people all the time or whatever. And I told Will, I'm like, dude, ask him about Barsick. And Will asked him about Barsick, and he went on this like 2 minute long rant and like was smiling the whole time. I'm like, oh, dude, we're so in. Like, but nah, it was cool. Yeah, if Hasbulla would have come on the podcast, the answer would be Hasbulla,
Oh yeah.
100%.
100%.
That's awesome. What's the biggest like screw up that you guys have had? Like we have something that goes wrong on the pod like literally every week. And do you guys experience that stuff too?
Dude, yeah. I mean, the past 2 weeks, like the audio wasn't lining up with the video, and I mean, like you can see the file on our computer and it's normal, and then for whatever reason in YouTube it's like off, but it happens late at night, so you don't like do your double checking, and so that has happened. There was one time a video file got lost. It was like a KFC episode, so that was tough. And then like sometimes we like record with a Ninja, like a ATEM, an Atomos thing. I think my Wi-Fi is cut, but that like froze one time mid podcast, and Will and Taylor are like always so in the moment, and Will will just like freak out. "Oh, what's going on? What's going on back there?" Like panic mode. And so then it stresses you out because it's like, oh God, like you're letting everyone down. But dude, it always happens. And every time you record, there's like a piece of me in the back of my head. I'm stressed out.
100%.
It's
We
like,
had
please go right.
we had an interview and we got all the way through it and realized it didn't record any of it.
Dude, I did one with my friend, and he's a stud, and he like has helped me with a bunch of my stuff. But I was like their first guest, and he was using this thing called Riverside, which is like another form of Zoom basically. And we're like 6 or 7 minutes in, and for whatever reason it clicked in my head, like I never heard the like recording has started. I'm like, yo, I don't know if I should see it on my end. He's like, oh snap, dude. Like, yeah. But the only reason I know that is because I've been in the same spot.
Yeah, it's tough. So we might be hitting you up after this saying, hey, it didn't record.
Yeah, no, hey, let me know. I trust me. I see it's recording right now, so I think we're good. But
We'll see.
I'm easy,
You never know until you have it.
dude. Literally, till that thing is live.
So what's been your favorite part of just like Barstool in general, and then more specifically with Bussin' with the Boys?
Favorite part has got to just be meeting everybody. And a sleep. I'll expand on that, but a sleeper favorite part is the food I've gotten to experience.
Ooh, okay.
Man, eating with these guys like Taylor will order everything just so like everybody can try it. And I have had I can put down some food for sure. Um and I've had like the coolest dining experiences of all time, like with these guys, which is a very underrated thing. Like, because any other chance, like I'm not having these meals.
No.
Like, I mean, they cost way too much. They're like way out of mine. And so it's nice of them like to treat us to those experiences. But yeah, the people you meet, man, it's like I said before, you're just a kid and you dream about, you watch College Game Day growing up and you're like, oh man, like I don't like Kirk Herbstreit now. When I was a kid, I liked him, but now he's biased towards Clemson and he's a cornball. Hopefully I get to meet him one day and say this to his face. But like it's like that type of stuff is just like awesome. And I hope that like everybody in my shoes never like, gets numb to it, because it really is like, it's cool and it's just like a crazy life experience.
100%.
So we're obviously big Nebraska fans. One of my favorite episodes was when you guys had Matt Rhule on. Just got me way too fired up.
Dude,
Did you get a chance to like talk to Matt Rhule at all or meet him? Or
I did. The first thing I had to ask him was if he is the one running his Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah.
we were wondering about that. All those emojis.
It is him.
Did
He
he
is running it.
did he give like an explanation for it?
He thinks it's like fun and funny. He's like the ultimate dad kind of when it came to it. And he was like, "What, you think I will have somebody tweet that for me?" I'm like, I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know you. But dude, I mean, I really liked him, and I'm a Falcons fan, and obviously he was with the Panthers, so I never had a reason to like him.
Yeah.
But man, meeting him, like, we've met a lot of coaches, and I would leave Beamer at God tier because I love Beamer, but like, dude, Rhule, as far as just like passion about like the youth playing football, like youth as in college, and like you can just tell the only reason that it didn't work out in the NFL, besides maybe he didn't have enough time, was he like probably cares too much about the individual.
Yeah.
And in the NFL, you can't do that because you can't be loyal to a guy that's not producing. But like hearing him in person, it makes so much sense why he was so successful in college at every school he was at. Like the guy just cares about the kids and cares about like the important things too, just with life and everything. And you can tell those guys love him. Like we had McCaffrey on, and he like loved Rhule and told that little story about Rhule McCaffrey saw Rhule's family in the airport, and it's like I mean, you can't say enough good things about him. Like, you should be stoked that he's your coach.